Happy Wednesday to you. Always a pleasure to be hanging with you on AH Live, and we have an incredible guest today, the one and only Mindi Abair. Wow, what a talent, and she's the sweetest person as well. I had such a blast sitting down with her. We had some incredible conversation, and we made, I would like to think, some incredible music, if I dare say myself. Can't wait to share that with you. Speaking of sharing, please click share. Let's spread the good vibes, spread the music. We're here every week with incredible guests, and we have an incredible December coming up. We've got a Christmas show coming up, a year in review, and also the one and only Ollie Silk next week. So got a lot of fun music for you guys. So thanks for coming in. If you're watching on Mindy's page, what's up? This is AH Live. We're here every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to shoot on over to Adam Holly Artist page and click like so that you can find out about these shows every week. But let's get straight to the music. And I am so proud and humbled to have found out that the first single off my new album, which was called To The Top, featured Jeff Ryan, officially is Song of the Year, according to Billboard. It was the most played song of all of 2020. So huge shout out to everyone out there that's been supporting. It's a big honor, and I think we should start off the show with that tune, if that's all right with y'all. You don't mind if we take it to the top, do you? Come on, y'all. Put it right here. We're taking it to the top. Song of the Year 2020. Appreciate you guys out there for all the support. my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking it all the way to the top. Thanks again so much for all your support, and a huge honor to have Song of the Year. Well, enough of that. We got to get to the one and only Mindi Abair, but really quickly, just a quick reminder. If you want to help out the show, we make it very easy. Just click those links in the description. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. We also accept stars now. And I am just overwhelmed every week by your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You will see your names in the credits after each episode. And so that's about it. Appreciate you guys. So, as I mentioned, she's an incredible saxophonist, incredible vocalist, songwriter, and without further ado, please enjoy Mindi Abair.
All right, what is up, Mindi? How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show. I love your show. I'm a fan.
Oh, likewise. I've been loving seeing you in the backyard and in the kitchen. You are killing it over there, but thanks for taking the time. I want to start where I start with everybody. Why did you pick up the saxophone?
Oh, well, I mean, look, I grew up on the road with my dad's band. They basically took me from birth to the band truck. So I was just this, you know, from birth to about the time I was 5, watching my dad and his band play. And it was this super high energy Blue-Eyed Soul band. And he was the sax player in the band. So he would shimmy and shake and, you know, knock his knees together and walk the bar. I mean, he was that guy. And I just thought he looked like he was having so much fun. I was lucky enough to have school band. So my school band instructor, Ann Reynolds, just put a bunch of instruments out on the ground and said, choose what you like, bring it back to your seat, and we'll learn how to play it. So, I mean, it took me about 0.5 seconds. And I looked at the saxophone and I was like, God, Dad seems like he's having a blast. I want to have that much fun. So, never looked back. It was the best decision ever.
Is there anything that drew you to the alto? I just had Vinny on the show, Vincent Ingala, and he talked about the tenor. He felt like that spoke to him. Was it similar to you with the alto?
You know what? The alto was what I was drawn to for whatever reason, but it did seem early on. I mean, I could have switched up and played whatever, but it seemed early on I was influenced by alto players. Once I got more into saxophone, I think my early years as a little kid playing sax, I was influenced by just a lot of rock and roll. I was watching Ann and Nancy Wilson from Heart and just being like, I want to be them, and Tina Turner and, you know, Clarence Clemons. But I think Clarence Clemons' tenor sax looked like an alto sax on me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you.
Small next to him, so big. So yeah, I just kind of went with alto. It seemed like my voice.
Yeah.
And for me, I was patterning myself after singers more than sax players early on. So that's the one I stuck with. And when I went to play other saxophones, the first sax that I chose was soprano.
Ooh.
And for some reason that was speaking to me. I had heard Wayne Shorter, and you know, I was totally taken with Wayne Shorter and just thought, oh my gosh, I've got to play the soprano saxophone. So that was my next. So tenor didn't come till, you know, quite a bit later for me. Now I've got a baritone and I'm just rocking it.
Oh man, yeah.
I will play bari sax.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, it came to no surprise. I looked up your educational background, University of Florida, but then Berkeley. We've seen so many incredible player after player come from Berkeley. What was that experience like?
See, you're overeducated, overqualified to be doing this at all. So I love that you ask about education, because I know you're a proponent of education, which I am too. No one in my family had finished college, and I just knew I wanted to do music, but I really wanted a degree. It was important to me. And I started at University of North Florida. They had started their jazz program with people from North Texas State University. And it was just this amazing program. And the guy who started it, Rich Madison, gave me a full scholarship. and it was amazing. I didn't have a cent to go to college anyway, so it was really perfect for me. But it was a very traditional jazz setting. And kind of what I learned from that was that wasn't my love. It wasn't kind of my true north. I wanted to rock out, and I wanted to play R&B, and I wanted to play soul, and even country. And I was into a bunch of different stuff, and I wanted to go somewhere that really would let me kind of expand and figure out what that meant and try these new things. So Berklee College of Music was it. I mean, for contemporary music, it was just the mecca. And I got there and I got to expand and try things and be in all kinds of bands. I mean, I was playing 6-7 nights a week through college in everything from fusion bands to Greek bands to wedding bands, being the singer, to being the saxophonist in, funk bands in Roxbury. So it was super cool for me to be there. And I started my own band there. My sax teacher, Joe Viola, was just, adamant, like, start your own band. Have you started your own band? Start it. And, I'm this 18, 19-year-old kid going, okay. And I did. And it was the best thing in the world because I got to find my voice. And so rather than just the classes at Berklee, it was more just the atmosphere of the freedom and the expression and just being around people who loved music as much as I did.
And I've got to think that in '91, moving out to LA, that must have been a big turning point in your career. What made you decide to move to LA, and what did that lead to?
I got called, one of the guys I went to school with who just recorded on my new record, Abraham Laboriel Jr., is a drummer, and his father is a very famous bass player as well, Abe Laboriel Sr. But Abe got called by Barry Manilow, and Barry said, I'm changing bands, put together your coolest band from Berklee. We will fly you in to audition you for Barry's new band. And Abe was like, all right. So I was part of that band, and they flew us out to LA, and I was just like, wow, looking around like, I could live here. And I was just about to graduate, and we did not get the gig. Let me just say, we were not right for it.
Oh.
I mean, I had hair like down to my butt and the sides shaved off, Abe had his whole head shaved except for like this little ponytail on top. I mean, the percussionist looked like Tarzan. We were so wrong, but we loved the idea of getting a gig and being musicians. So we did not get that gig, but I gave every band that I was playing with 2 weeks notice, and I just drove in my car. I drove everything I owned out to Los Angeles and found a really awful apartment that was a converted garage, and just went for it. Tried to sit in places, and I just play wherever they let me, and it was a good move. This is definitely, Los Angeles is a big pond, and I was a very little fish, so I had to find my way, but I never regretted moving here. It was awesome.
And I found one more fun fact before we get to your illustrious career as a contemporary jazz artist. I didn't realize your first album in 2000 was a vocal album.
Yeah, actually, when I first got here, I was playing all the clubs as a singer. I was playing, the Joint and the Gig and the Whiskey and the Roxy, and there was sax involved too. But when I made my first record, I just thought, I'm writing all these songs, and they were really meaningful to me at that point. A lot of songs about love and life, and just what I was going through. And so I recorded it, and it was a blast. I was on the road with the Backstreet Boys at the time, being a sideman for them, playing keys and sax and percussion as well. And so it was really kind of an extension of what was in my head. And I always think that, for me at least, a record is a snapshot of where you are in your life. And all my records have different personalities and different feelings, because that's what I was going through. I think it should be personal. You know, it's art. It's not commerce. It should be something that's about you, that it's what you're thinking and feeling. So that record was, yeah, it was pretty pop rock. It wasn't until Bud Harner came to a show. I was playing with Jonathan Butler at the time too, on my off time from Backstreet Boys, and Bud Harner walked up at that show. It was a New Year's Eve show, and he goes, you know, I'd like to sign you to Verve Records to do an instrumental record. You can still sing. He goes, but I would love to do a record with you that's instrumental. And I was psyched. I was like, yeah, I mean, I would love that. I was, you know, I was just taken with it. So I just said, can I finish the Backstreet Boys tour? Because we had one more leg. And, you know, and can I get you music? And he goes, yeah, just whenever you get me something cool. Literally, I got off tour and I sent him a couple songs that I wrote on my porch, and he loved them. We were in the studio in a month, and it was no looking back. He still manages me, as you know, and he went from being my A&R guy for records to being my manager, and you know, you just keep great people in your life.
Tell us about this new single. I'm honored to share the chart with you right now. You've got this tune out, Forever, and it's such an awesome tune. Just tell us a little bit about the new release and the sentiment behind it.
You know, I made a record the first week in March, right before the world shut down, and you know, we knew there was something brewing in the world, but we didn't know it was going to be as serious as it obviously has been. But it was me and a bunch of friends from, you know, guys in my band like Thurg Richardson and Rodney Lee, to L'Oreal Jr. and Sean Hurley. He's John Mayer's bass player. And even Steve Perry came in from Journey. Wow. And sang on a bunch of the tracks. He sang backgrounds with me, which, again, talking about being overqualified, he's a little overqualified at that, but it was just such such an honor to have him. So we recorded this album, and the pandemic hit, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I poured my heart into this. This was such a labor of love, and I had been kind of, you know, hoarding these songs because I had been out on the road with Mindi Abair and the Bone Shakers, my band with Randy Jacobs. Yeah. And we had been just, you know, rocking and rolling. That band is all about, you know, muscle and just, you know, go, go, go. But these songs weren't right for that band. These songs were more personal and they were more touchy-feely. So I was just kind of waiting for a point where it was right to record them, and it was. So it was time to go back to just me. And so this particular song, Forever, that we're sharing the chart with, which I'm so honored. That's so cool. This song was like a chant for me. It was like coming back to me, and it was just feeling like Mindi Abair forever. You know, like it's melodic and it's kind of this anthem, and it just felt like my kind of coming back party and coming back song. So I decided to release the song because I couldn't stand it. The music, I've got this new record that's just, you know, I'm like itching to put it out. Yeah. Like, come on, new music. And we needed new music this year. So I put it out, and it's been really fun to see it be embraced. It's been awesome.
Let's get to the music right now. You were nice enough to send a couple tunes. Let's start off with Bloom. Tell us about that.
Bloom is a song that I wrote, you know, kind of out of the way I grew up. It's not traditional jazz. It's not smooth jazz, contemporary jazz, acid jazz. I called it stadium jazz. Yeah. And by stadium jazz, I mean, look, when I was a kid, if I went to a concert, you wanted your hands above your head. You know, you wanted just lighters in the air. So Bloom was that song for me, and I released it way back in 2006. But it's a song that just shows how I want people who come see my live band to feel. I just want them to have fun, to let go, to, you know, have their lighters in the air. And that song portrayed it. It's this anthem that we play every night still. And people put their lighters in the air, or they put their cell phones with their, you know, flashlight on in the air. So all is right with the world when that happens.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Bloom.
Lighters in the air.
I love that you sent this other song for us to play together, and it's the sentiment is so important for 2020. Somewhere over the rainbow. We all want to get over that rainbow at this point. So I appreciate you sending this tune.
What I just, we're all looking for meaning in all of this, and obviously I have a big peace sign behind me.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we should be. And, this should be unifying us, and we should be, loving each other and helping each other. And that's what I hope from us. We're artists, that's our job. It's our job to promote love and promote unity. So I saw a rainbow outside my window just a couple weeks ago, and I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook, and I didn't even say anything about it. I just posted it. It was so beautiful. It was a double rainbow. And that doesn't happen very often. I mean, it barely rains in Los Angeles, let alone getting a rainbow out of it. So I just shot a picture, and it was just so hopeful to me. And that just made me think about this song that I could play with you. I don't get to play with you very often, so this was such a great chance. So thank you for doing this with me.
I'm honored, and please enjoy Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Oh, that was so heartfelt. Thank you so much for being down to collaborate on this show, Mindy. I appreciate it. I always reserve this time. I want to know what you're up to. Please tell us about, you've got your incredible Facebook show, Reserve Tastings. Please, what's going on in the world of Mindy?
All right, well, as you know, we do our Tuesday night wine and music sessions out on the back porch. You know, you choose what you're going to do in a pandemic. And for me, it totally made sense to just, you know, if I can have one person over and play some music and just kind of let it all out and communicate with everybody that I'm missing so much, it makes me feel normal, and it makes me feel, you know, like the world is all right. So that's been awesome. Just every Tuesday from my backyard, just making music with a friend. Yeah. And then besides that, we started a business. My husband and I started a business right before the pandemic. It was late 2019, I think September 2019. And we always drink wine. My husband's been in the wine business for almost 20 years, which is awesome. Yeah. And, you know, we're always drinking wine, whether we're out on the road or whether we're here at home. And I'm always pairing it with music. Like, oh, you've got a big Cabernet. That's soul music. We're listening to Otis Redding tonight. We're listening to, you know, Sam and Dave. And so we kind of figured at one point, well, maybe if we like doing that, other people will like it too. So we opened up our own business, reservetastings.com. And basically he goes out and finds all these wines that no one can find. He knows all the winemakers, and they'll, you know, make certain things and give it to him in small quantities. So we find these great wines, and then I get to do the artwork, which is super fun for me. I either get a friend who's amazing, or I put something together, and it's all music centric. And then I put together a playlist that pairs with the wine. So, you know, we have a wine called Soul, and that is all soul music, and it's a Paso Robles cab. Or I have a Malbec that we did, my husband's daughter, Jordan, our oldest. She is 20 now, and she painted this incredible painting. It's all blues and grays. And so that particular bottle, we called it Shades of Blue, and it's all just blues music. It's, you know, just, it's great. It's so cool. So we've had fun having our little membership, and we've got our wine and music club, and we ship people wine 4 times a year. So it's great. On the back porch, we do a couple songs, and he comes in, wine intermission, and then we play a few more songs. And it works great. It's good family business. We get to do what we love.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check it out. Reserve Tastings. Check out Mindy every Tuesday from her back porch. And Mindy, thanks so much for coming through today.
Adam, what you're doing is so cool. I'm just glad to be on here with you. Thank you for bringing us great music, because I'm listening to your song and just, you know, having so much fun on the radio. But doing this show, I know it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I just, for one, want to say how much I appreciate it. So thanks for having me on. I had so much fun.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, yes. The one and only Mindi Abair. Incredible. Wow. I haven't had the pleasure of hearing her play the soprano like that. That was incredible. And I saw a lot of people tearing up in the comments. I had a tear running down as well. It was so beautiful, so moving, and great to hear Bloom from her as well. Thank you so much, Mindy, for dropping in. What a blast. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for the cat cam. Bam, there she is. What's up, honey? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. Always better once I see you on screen. You look lovely today.
Thank you. You look very nice too. I always like that shirt. It reminds me of Hawaii.
I wasn't fishing, but thank you. Thank you for the. I'll take it. Nonetheless, I will take the compliment. But how about that Mindi Abair?
I know Mindi Abair is great. She's always a blast to see in person, just chatting, but then also on stage. And so many people were just saying that she's like Linda Dickinson. She said Mindi Abair is so much fun, which she is.
Yeah, 100%.
Kat Finn said, wow, such rich history.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, just like any other artist that you interview, they really don't know too much in depth about their history of music and how their career started, so on and so on. So people were really, really digging that.
Well, it's always fascinating hearing how people got started. You know, we get to know everybody as they, you know, blossom and their recording career takes off. But, you know, I thought it was so interesting that a Barry Manilow audition is what led her to move out to L.A. That is so funny.
Right?
And I have a little bit of Manilow experience. I was playing guitar with Dave Cons, and we opened for Barry, and massive artist. We did arenas for 2 years, so that was a big opportunity. I can see why she, you know, came out to L.A. As she mentioned. It didn't work out, but then that led to so many other things. So, and then she toured with Backstreet Boys, and you know,
which
then
you guys have in common.
We've also both
but
done
just
that.
different times.
Different times, yeah. So probably would have been. Sounds like maybe early 2000s for her, and then I've been working with them since 2013. So yeah, it's crazy, you know, small world.
And I really, really loved Mindy's story about coming to California. You know, I was born and raised here, Los Angeles, California.
California
so
girl.
I've you know, throughout my career and like my makeup and hair career, I always hear people's stories of coming to California, and then even, you know, in the music industry.
Yeah.
And I'm just like blown away. I'm like eating popcorn, listening to them, and pretty much everyone kind of has the same story. You know, one day they were just like, let me just do it, and they threw all their belongings in their car and just drove cross country.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they've been planning for a little while, but you know, they drove themselves here and they ended up sleeping on someone's couch or had a crappy apartment. And I'm like, wow, this sounds like a movie. You know,
I did it to a certain degree, although I came down to LA originally to go to college, to go to USC. Fight on, by the way. But you know, I fit everything that I could into the car, and me and my mom drove down, and we did it in one day. Believe it or not, it's 1,000 miles, but we were going pretty fast. We did it in about 16 hours, and yeah, you know, it's a bit of a daunting thing because LA is the center of the entertainment universe. And, you know, me being a little country boy from Oregon, you know, you're like, but that's what I wanted. I wanted to cut my teeth and see if I could hack it. And, you know, just how Mindy was talking about, you know, coming here and just seeing all the opportunity. And in the beginning, she mentioned she was a small fish in a big pond, but obviously she made it happen. No question.
Yeah, definitely.
And I didn't even get into the interview, but she also toured with Aerosmith. I mean, pretty incredible, along with her illustrious solo career. So pretty cool.
So cool. And then so many people, of course, loved your guys' collaboration on Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That was pretty gorgeous. So many people were...
What was Dave Fritz talking about? He said that this seems like this would be hard to play on guitar, or hard to follow. Hard to follow. Yeah. You know what was interesting is, Mindy sent me the melody by itself, and then I had to accompany her. So yeah, it took a while. I practiced it a bunch of times before I put it to tape. But it was so much fun, and you know, I appreciate her taking the time because it really became a really cool moment.
Speaking of Dave Fritz, it's so good to see you in the chat. I know that you were sick with COVID.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better? You must be feeling better if you're this chatty in the chat, because I don't know if it was last week or the previous week. I didn't see you at all. And in my mind, I meant to ask, you know, if you were watching, and I didn't. But we've been thinking about you because I know you said that was your second time having the virus. And so when I didn't see you, you know, chatting, I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing.
Yeah.
But so glad to see you and that you're well enough to be watching and chatting with everyone. Okay, and so we had some of our friends watching. We have Marilyn and Rick in San Diego. Hi, guys. So glad to see you guys in the chat.
All
Steve
right,
Hall
how
is
y'all
watching
doing?
just like every week. Hi, Steve.
Hall hanging out.
And then we have Lori Erickson. She's just our neighbor down the freeway in Brea.
That's right.
Marcy Finn is checking in from Florida.
Okay.
Barbara Peterson Stoney, she says she's watching from Washington, D.C.
All right.
We also have Edgar Correa. Hi, Edgar.
All right, Edgar.
He says he's usually always watching us from work, but I saw him and said that after his short commute home, he was now fixing himself a quick cocktail.
All right.
Put in the chats what your cocktail is.
And
I think I need
me one. Me and Kat are on the same wavelength. That's usually our ritual, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We should take pictures of that and videotape that sometime, because after AH Live, we definitely unwind and wipe the makeup. Well, you wipe the makeup off. I don't have any on, but and then we definitely hit the bar and work it out. So it's kind of the thing.
It's kind of I think now we really only drink Wednesdays and then the weekend, because let me tell you guys, since March until I think early fall, we were drinking pretty
we were
heavy,
tying it on,
during COVID
as they
pandemic.
say. We were on the wagon big time. We owned the wagon.
We did. We would take our trips to a really, really cool Italian market that we love in LA. Well, they have them all over the world, but they just built one in LA like a couple of years ago. And we'd go in and get maybe like 4, 5, or 6 bottles of wine, and then of course they'd say, well, when you get 6, you get 2 free, or if you get 8, you can just round that up. And we're like, okay, add it to the bag.
Crazy. Yeah, we were tying it on. Oh, by the way, I saw Dave Fritz chimed in, and he said, thanks so much for thinking of me. I'm feeling better.
Oh, that's so good.
What a blessing. Really glad to hear that. He said, I'm feeling much better. Okay. Great to hear, Dave.
Great to hear that. Okay, so we have something that we want everyone's participation with for next week. So for next week's show, we want to get in the Christmas holiday spirit.
Well, in 2 weeks, actually, because next week is Ollie. In 2 weeks is Adam Holly Christmas.
Yeah, but I thought we were just going to do it next week, or you want it to be Adam Holly Christmas?
Yeah, we're doing it on the Christmas show.
You
can send it in early if you want, but sorry. Continue your announcement.
Okay,
I apologize. She's going to get me for this later.
For the Adam Holly Christmas show, we want everyone to share their participation with your favorite ugly Christmas sweater.
Of course.
And take photos of yourself.
And make sure you send them to me either email or tag me on Facebook, because I don't think it's quite possible for everyone to kind of attach them during the show. So we want to get them ahead of time and load them up, and then I can pick some of our favorites and share them with you in the broadcast.
Share them in the broadcast.
No question.
I'm so excited for this, because I know some of you guys have some good ugly sweaters already in your closet or drawers. Because I know it was like a really big thing, like, back in like the 80s, 70s, early 90s, and it kind of went away. But the past, I want to say like 5 years, it's been like a super like resurgence. And so, and it's really not even ugly anymore. Some ugly sweaters, you're just like, oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
So that would be really, really fun. Okay, I think we're ready for Ask Adam.
Oh, before we do that, we have one more thing to share with you guys.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, well, we have a few photos.
Okay.
Because we've been sharing people about our journey at our new home. So we had something happen the other day. Grammy found in our yard one of our roof tiles. So that was very disturbing. We were like, uh-oh, what is going on here? So then I started investigating, looking up there, and it turns out that one of our palm trees during one of the windstorms got up against the tile and shook it loose. One piece came down, another piece is dislodged. And so today we had both the roofer come out, and then also some kind gentlemen to trim back the palm tree. So we got a few pictures of that today, and it was a beautiful day. Just a little bit of cloud cover, but the sun came out. It had been kind of windy and tumultuous recently, so so you can see these palm trees. They're kind of getting up against the roof. And here's another picture. There's the front of the house right there, and I think there's 5 of them that all kind of like want to interfere with the roof. So here's the final picture. He was getting up there. Now, we have a tall ladder. I started to kind of get up there and kind of see what was up, and then I quickly decided against it. I was like, you know what? I know how to play the guitar, but I don't know a whole lot about getting up on these ladders, and I do not want to fall down.
And
so
Adam,
we got the professionals.
Let me tell you guys, Adam was like, just like telling me, like, you need to hold it with both hands.
She was holding the ladder.
Put your foot on the bottom one. And I'm like, look,
put your shoulder
we can't
into
do
it.
this. We need to just call someone.
Oh man! But it's coming together, and I've had a bunch of people ask. A buddy of mine, we were on the phone today. He said, "So there's a furniture club?" So everyone, I think everyone knows about our furniture foibles. So the bed is here, still waiting on the mattress. 2 chairs showed up for the living room, still waiting on the couch. So it's getting there. It's getting there. It's coming along.
It's coming along. It's coming along.
I think by January we'll be pretty functional. So January 2022.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. No, in a few weeks.
Marcy Finn says, no sweater, I'm Jewish. That's okay. You can find any sweater or make a sweater.
It could be a holiday sweater as well.
Blue, white, silver, your colors. So join in.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome. That'd be really fun.
Awesome. All right, now, sorry to interrupt, but now we're ready for Ask Adam.
Okay.
Now we're ready. That's 2 strikes, right? You're counting over there.
I am counting.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Ask Adam. So we have a question that was asked last week, but we didn't get enough time to look it over. And this is from Dave Fritz. So Dave Fritz says, can Adam sing?
Oh, great question. I actually still sing background quite a bit, and especially on tour with Dave Koz, Brian Culbertson. I sang a lot of background. I haven't really done many leads. The last time I did a lead was when I was music director at the church that me and Kat met at, and I would sing leads in the youth choir on the young adult Sundays. So that's probably the last time I really sang a lead. So that was 2012. So I'm a bit in retirement, and I let my lovely wife do the heavy lifting. That's why she's at most of the shows, and she kills it. So yeah, and then when I was in high school, I sang a lot as well. In my I had a blues rock band, and I also was in a bluegrass band, and I sang a lot of leads. But not so much. I've been focusing more on the guitar. I'm throwing a few backgrounds here and there, and I guess very last professional experience was singing on Love Song on my first album. I did a little woo 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 on that
backup
tune.
woo.
Woo woo woo.
And you did some harmony too.
I did some harmony on that, so I think that's the last time I sang. So I don't know, maybe we'll have to work something out. But Kat does such a great job, so I figure, I'll accompany her and let her do her thing.
Adam always didn't say this about my voice, so this.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no, because when we met, I was explaining last week, I was classically trained. So a lot of the times when I sing certain songs, he would say, you have a little too much vibrato. You're not on stage on Broadway.
These are some funny comments here that are popping up.
What are they
Yvonne
saying?
Harris-Jones says, very smart, Adam. Stay in your lane.
Yes, I saw
And call
that.
the pros. Wow. No, that's exactly it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Michael Brown with your Olympic size Ask Adam question.
Oh, that is so funny,
he
Mike.
says, Ask Kat. There was Michael McDonald and Patti LaBelle, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, and many other classic duets. Who is your dream collaboration, and what would you sing? Ooh.
Wow. Okay, I like it. So
My
what say
dream
ye?
collaboration would be, I have 2. Female, Whitney Houston, song, it doesn't really matter. We could sing Jingle Bells if she wanted.
Wow.
Second collab would be Brian McKnight.
Okay.
And song really doesn't matter either.
Oh, it has to be
Back at One.
I like Back at One, but I like Anytime. I used to listen to that song on repeat. Like, I listened to it 20 times in a row. There's something about that tune.
Or maybe Let It Snow. Boys to Men say
I love
Let It Snow, but Brian McKnight
that version.
wrote that song for them.
Let it snow.
Yeah.
Let it snow. Hey, look. Now I'm singing all of a sudden.
Right?
All right.
Exactly.
Let it snow.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so this question,
Okay.
I think you answered this in the chat, but it's from James E. Johnson.
Okay.
He said, are you going to do a Christmas music special.
Yes. So as you know, I started a tradition back in 2018, Adam Holly Christmas, and we had so much fun down in San Diego. We had Marcus Anderson, we had Daryl Williams, Rebecca J. Then last year we had Jakeem Joyner, Aaron Stevenson, Greg Karukis, and I'm missing one. Oh, no, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
And so this year, I'm so excited. Unfortunately, we can't do it in person, but we are gonna have a virtual Adam Holly Christmas, and we're gonna have it December 23rd. That's Wednesday, so it's very easy to remember. Just keep watching each week, and you will not miss it. And I have some incredible guests. I have some new people, new to the show, and I also have a few favorites from this last several months of AH Live to show up. So I cannot wait. I already have confirmed, I believe, 4 guests, and I have a 5th just about to come through. And then, of course, Kat and I are going to do some music as well. It's going to be a music show as well. There's going to be no interviews, just all music. And, of course, me and Kat will chat a little bit at the end. But we're going to bring probably 8-9 tunes to you guys. So I'm very excited about that. So put in your calendars, December 23rd, right here on Wednesdays, AH Live, Adam Holly Christmas, virtual style. And so, yeah, next week is Ollie. And the following week will be that Christmas special. So really looking forward to it.
Okay, and so Marilyn, hi Marilyn, in San Diego, she says, do you have your tree up?
We do. We put it up, although Kat was just looking at me sideways the other day. We haven't decorated it yet. So it's up. We have some lights on it. We have a little, it's pretty cool. We got to take a picture of this and show it next week, of the Santa that climbs the ladder. That is pretty cool.
Oh, he is so cute.
That is
so
some
cute.
technology right there. The ladder is about maybe 3 feet tall, and it's like a little, Santa doll, but he climbs a ladder. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
And he has lights around his body, and then there's Christmas jingles that play with it.
Okay.
Paula Sanders says, will your Christmas show be free, or do we need tickets?
So it will be a part of AH Live. So just tune in as you usually do. Of course, we always appreciate the donations. So it's pay what you will. And we'll have the same links up that we usually do: PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stars. So we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to chime in on that, and we appreciate it. And it'll be in 2 weeks at this regular time. AH Live, Adam Holly Christmas.
Preston Jordan asks, is it a Charlie Brown tree? No, it's not. It's not a Charlie. Although when we first got married, we lived in a tiny apartment. And my mom, she got us our first tree, and it was a Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah.
And it was so cute. It had, the wooden slats crisscross at the bottom and just like one branch straight up. And it had one ornament, and the ornament, you had to tilt it over so the tree could kind of slump over. So we had that tree probably for 3 years. And, but no, our tree, it's an artificial tree. I love live trees, but Adam is allergic to pine. Go figure, country boy from Oregon, allergic to pine.
Yeah, what's up with that?
But
I got out of a lot of work in the fields. Literally, we had a whole field of Christmas trees, and also a field of that would be cut for hay. And my parents would want to go out there and have me, work in the field. But I had terrible out. Back in my day when I was growing up, the only thing they had was Benadryl.
Oh,
and it didn't really. I don't get a lot of benefit from Benadryl. So Claritin finally came on when I was a little bit older teenager, and then I was able to kind of, fix the issues with my allergies. But earlier, man, it was terrible. My eyes would be streaming all the time. My nose would be running. We couldn't stop it. So it was just kind of. I was just kind of a mess.
So we have a false tree, and like Adam said, the tree is up. I had it up before Thanksgiving, but it's decrepit because we literally pulled it from the tree bag and then put the sections together and then the lights, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it needs to be fluffed, and then the ornaments need to go on there, but we have some decorations in the house, but the tree, we got to get the tree together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Someone else asked, Creston Jordan last week He did say that he would like to hear Rain sometime soon.
Ooh, okay. Rain. We can work that out.
Yeah.
We can work that out. Okay.
Yeah, Rain. When's the last time you played that?
It's been a little while. You know what? I had a song planned, but just for you, Creston, we will break it out tonight.
Oh,
I'm going to work that out for
that.
you. We will do that at the end of the show. A little bit of Rain, just for you, Creston.
So many people are saying they're looking forward to the Christmas show.
I cannot wait, and I'm going to break tradition a little bit. Like I said, no interviews. It's going to be back-to-back, wall-to-wall music, and incredible guests that you know and love and have been seeing on the road for years. So can't wait to share it with you. It's going to be fun.
Stephanie Valentine is saying, what's the email address to send the pics to with the ugly Christmas sweater or holiday sweater?
It's very easy. It's just adam@adamholly.com. Very easy to remember. adam@adamholly.com. Yep.
So many people are saying they haven't decorated yet either.
It's hard. We started Thanksgiving weekend, and we're like, oh, we're gonna get a head start on it, and then we kind of it's just been, there's always something with the house and people coming over working on the house, and so we're getting it together. I think by December 24th we'll have it. So
maybe, hopefully.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think that's it for all the questions. So many people are just really commenting on they're excited about the Christmas show.
Yep.
They're thanking you for keeping AH Live running this long, and they really look forward to it on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, it's our pleasure. We have so much fun, and it's cathartic for us, too. We miss you guys on the road. We miss hanging, and so we're glad to at least connect with you each week virtually. So
yeah,
so it's our pleasure.
And whenever people occasionally will message on Facebook or even message us personally or through email. I've got actually this week. I think I've gotten already like 3 messages from people just saying, "Hope you guys are doing well. We really miss you." And it's just like, I think I actually was talking to Marilyn the other day, and I was telling her, I said, I can't even believe that I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I said, but I really, really miss the airport. I said, I miss, getting into a hotel after a long flight at like midnight or 1 a.m.
Yep.
And then Adam and I are trying to find something to eat, and nothing's open but like pizza delivery. And I said, but I miss that.
No, because you get in a flow and you enjoy trying new things at the different airports, different cities, and of course we miss you guys
and we
just
miss you guys.
the fellowship and so hopefully we're out there again soon. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep it going. We're definitely keeping it going into the new year.
And Eva Jones messaged me a couple of days ago, and I think I replied back, but if not, Eva, we miss you too. She was just saying, miss you guys, hope you guys are doing well. And but same thing, because we see a lot of you multiple times through the year all over the world, so if we see each other at one event and say, okay, I'll see you next month or in a couple of months, and so it's just been different this year.
Definitely but we're gonna keep it going, so we'll see you each Wednesday.
I know.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kat.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
guys. Bye.
All right. And as I mentioned, we've got an incredible artist next week. Please tune in for my good buddy, the one and only Ollie Silk, all the way from across the pond in the UK. He's an incredible keyboardist, incredible artist, has had numerous #1 hits, and in fact, just earlier this year, topped the charts. So that's going to be episode 37, December 16th, with Ollie Silk. And don't forget, the following week, Adam Holly Christmas, and then we'll wrap it up on December 30th with a year in review. I'm going to pick some of my favorite performances from all of 2020 and put them together for an all-star year in review, December 30th. So we're finishing off with a bang, and I'm already working on the roster for January. So like I said, we're going to keep it going. And Creston, I'm going to work this out for you. Let me find my track for Rain. You got me working, Creston. I got to find it. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. See, this is live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. There it is. All right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it has been my distinct pleasure to hang with y'all. Quick reminder, if you want to help out the show, don't forget, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stars. Thank you so much for your support each week. Don't forget you can grab all of my projects at adamholly.com/shop. I want to thank you all for hanging and making this a very special episode. Can't wait to see you next week with Ollie Silk. Hope you all have a good evening. We'll see you later.